Welcome back, brothers. It's the O'Shea Vlogcast. I am your host, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Today, brothers, I have the liberty of bringing to the show. If you've been around Black YouTube like I have, you know all about Chris Smith from the League of Dads. Chris Smith, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got it.
From the League of Dads, and what he's doing with the League of Dads radio show, man. As you can see, the sign in the back, the brother's doing the Lord's work, man, on YouTube. Before I was even on here, man, he's very, very, very good at what he does, and he has a message today for you Black men, you Black fathers out there who need help and some of the services that he provides. He's here to talk about that. What's going on, Chris?
Brother O'Shea, hey, what's up, brother, man? Glad to be on your format. I'm first let me say I appreciate you because honestly, brother, I'm an introvert. So when I actually come out, you gotta pull me out. So when I get pulled to YouTube, when I see Brother O'Shea loaded a video, I'd be like, and I'll be looking at your video like, baby, hold on. No. I know, that's my favorite. I know, baby, Brother O'Shea. So, so I appreciate it, man. I appreciate being here. But everything's good, man. Thanks for having me on, man. Everything's good.
Well, I'm glad to have you on, man. I've been a big fan of your channel for a long time. But let's talk about, about Chris and the League of Dads. And pretty much tell us what you're all about and why you established the League of Dads for the brothers out here.
Hey, that's a good question. So I think when we talk about why I started the League of Dads, I think what people got to understand, it's everybody has a personal demon. Mm-hmm. And when your personal demon gets poked, you're going to let out your demon. So what led me to doing a League of Dads is probably an extension of the fact that I am the youngest of 4 brothers. So my brothers used to kick my ass, and I used to have to always fight my brothers. Made me tough. Well, I'm the oldest one now. I'm the oldest and the biggest. So knocking at my door, I don't respond in a way like I'm gonna not answer the door or peek out the window. When things come knocking at my door, Brother O'Shea, I have the mental attitude, the door is open. You ain't gotta knock. Trouble, come, I have no problem. Trouble, come on. So as that dynamic manifested in my life as I got older, child support came knocking at my door. Came knocking at my door. I'm gonna be honest with you. What the like, it's kind of like meat. It started off meat and then it's a prime cut. When child support came knocking at my door, Brother O'Shea, I wasn't this person I am today. I was just, as time went on, I became a prime cut. So when I ended up, when child support came knocking on my door, honestly, brother, it had me on the ropes for about 2 years. It had me on the ropes. I was stagnant. I was about to be out for the count. And then it's kind of like, I had to back up off the child support, that game, and I had to look at it from my strong points. So I started to say, oh, wow, I noticed that right there. Oh, look at that. I'm better right there. So that's when I dip back into the fight, I come in on my strong point. So then when I see that they're on to that, I back out of the fight again. Then I come back in. And so I ended up going to school for paralegal studies. And that was by my father's. I was going to go up the law chain, stop my schooling. But I ended up going to school learning the intricacies of the steps of law. When I realized the intricacies, I built this organization to help brothers understand the weaknesses of the system itself. And so the League of Dads was when the problem of child support was quarterbacked to me, in the beginning, if I was a wide receiver, I was a wide receiver with a broke leg. But as time went on, I became a wide receiver with a good run game. So I teach individuals over here at this organization. I teach them how to have a good run game. Like it's just a simple metaphor to say, yo, you're gonna run your bullshit somewhere else. Run. Hey man, don't try to, no, we don't run like that over here, partner. Run. So I help individuals do the teachings that I got through my father, who was deep in law, learning the basics of law from school, and then having partners who were in fact Harvard Law School graduates and police officers, getting everybody's understanding of how, when the law comes knocking at your door from you this way, how is it going to come at you from that way, and of course the court themselves. So that's what the League of Dads do. I prime you, but as I say, Brother O'Shea, this will only happen if you're mad. I cannot help you if you're just, you want to still run around with the broke leg. I can only help you if you're ready to put on some gloves and run to the ring, not wait for the announcer to say, and coming down in the gold shorts. When they say, coming, oh, wait a minute, Bob, he's already in the ring. You got to be aggressively ready to attack this thing. And that's what I teach, aggressive readiness for this thing we call child support and custody, family court. That's what I do most.
Let me also ask you this. You have hold on a second, we're echoing. Let me do this. Okay, so I'll put you on mute for right now to stop the echoing problem. But let me ask you this, Chris. You have a content that is, really direct and really straight to the point. Kind of just like me, you kind of tell it like it is. I think you're a little bit more straightforward than even I am. And people could easily confuse you as a person who may be, and we were talking about this earlier, maybe a little mad at society or mad at women, but that's totally not true. What's the difference between somebody, being mad at women and then trying to beat the system that women have tried to create to keep good fathers like you down? What's the difference, and why do people don't understand that? Wait, Chris, take yourself off of mute, because I put you on mute. Take yourself off of mute. You can. Take your mouse. Go up to the yeah, you're talking now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of 30 interviews that I did, my man, that is hands down the best question anyone has ever asked. And here's the difference. Okay. The scenario that I would give old black women. Normally when you see old white women, they have a nice wig on, they have the beads on, and how you doing? Oh, I'm doing fine today. A lot of times when you see old black women, they're mad. And they're mad because of the choices that they make. I'm going by my family. Let's just say that, start off with that. So when people say to me, you're mad, you're only mad when the problem that was presented to you is in fact better than you. Do I dare say better than you? And a simpler example is that if you and your girlfriend is at the bus stop, but she leaves you for a guy with a car and you don't have no money to get a car. So you will be mad at that because you can't get a car. There's no way you can get around that. But never in the history, Brother O'Shea, of logic, can you be mad at a system that says $335 a month for child support and you make that in 15 minutes. You're not mad. Brother O'Shea, what people, and I learned this over the years, is their intelligence level doesn't allow them to understand passion, because when you talk hate, there's keywords that's involved with the word hate. If I hated black women, I would say, I don't fuck with black women. Over 3,000 videos done, I've never said I don't fuck with black women. I never said, if you really want to do something, the best thing to do is go get a white woman or anything other than a woman cub. I never said that. Not to say that those words in itself represents hate. But in simpler terms, I have a beautiful life. And the problems of child support doesn't affect me on a bad day. I know the child support game to destroy people. So now when it comes to child support, how was child support introduced in my life? Brother O'Shea, child support was introduced in my life. Now, when my child's mom and dad broke up, Brother O'Shea, I gave her a house and I gave her a truck. There's no woman in the history of just breaking up with someone that got a house and a truck. Hell, married women don't get that all the time. But this woman dated me for 4 years, and because she bared my child, I gave her a house sitting on 2 acres, gave her a truck. I gave her a truck because the house was in the mountains and the truck was 4-wheel drive. So when you give that to, do I dare say, a black woman? And they don't appreciate it, because when you do something like that, Brother O'Shea, excuse me, the brag factor is, girl, I got a house and a truck out the deal. Girl, hell no, I don't want child support. And then you turn around and get a knock on the door, you get delivered child support. And then now you got to start understanding the mentality of what you gave to and who that person really is. So if I have given that to any other woman, Brother O'Shea, they would have appreciated that and would not have taken me down for child support for $259. And now it's $335. And then over the years, you start noticing a pattern. And the pattern, that you notice is that when Caucasians come to me, their women, Brother O'Shea, took them through the ringer. Women of color, it's like I've known men that was given much more than me. And it's like, I don't care what you was doing for me. In the climate of consciousness amongst the black women in our community, in the black community, child support seems to be the end game. And it doesn't matter how much. Just to say that you have a child support order seems to be the conversation that women want to have. Now, if someone doesn't understand that, when I speak from passion. And as I stated in a video that I just did this week, my origins of the child support game is personal. My origins from the child support game isn't that I just want to talk about child support, or it's a catchy jingle for YouTube to get subscribers, to get likes. The origins in which I am talking about, you can't find nobody that did what I was doing. You can't find nobody on child support that said they gave their child's mom a house and a car, and they sitting down there looking at you like, I gave my child's mom a house, a car, paying $410 a month for private school, picking a child up every day because I work for myself. So that eliminated $500 in after school care. She traded all of that for $259 a month in child support. Brother O'Shea, that is something to talk about. That is an ignorant on an all-time high. You cannot take that math equation to a math major and they'll come up with a better scenario other than that's just the numbers don't add up. So how do you present this to the public without saying, well, we got to start making it cool, not cool. But when our women do things like this, we got to start exposing them and helping everybody understand this is normal with our women. Oh, we got the stories for you. So I make videos to beat the logic into you and other brothers' head. So when they have a stupid scenario that a woman does, they talk about it too. I'm just simply making it cool to put the woman's doings on blast, as opposed to sitting back in the cut saying, hey, she got me good on this one. So that's how I package up my product. And Brother O'Shea, it's unfortunate that it comes off like that, but I honestly, I think that's the best way to deliver it. Personally, me.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna put you, because it's echoing. Put you back on mute. One of the people that I remember who was a big advocate of what you provide as a service to help Black men, not only with child support, but you have a lot of other services that you do, whether it's tickets or whatever, was the Angry Man himself. And then I think whatever the price was, he paid it. And he was one of the biggest people to come out publicly and say, hey, I did this with Chris. What Chris did works, and what the issue is that I had, he solved it, right? And Angry Man has a lot of credibility amongst black male YouTubers. He's kind of like me. He was kind of like up and coming. I mean, for those of you who watched, maybe like kind of Valdez, where he came from, it was a point in time where Valdez was Angry Man was like way more views than I was getting. So Angry Man was kind of the hot thing for a long time. Many people probably don't remember that. And when he came out and vouched for Chris, there was a lot of credibility that you got behind it. Now, of course, there was always going to be a few haters, but when he came out and said that was big. Talk about the other things that you do for the brothers besides helping them with child support. Oh, unmute yourself because it's echoing. Make sure you.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good. Okay. Yeah, the beautiful thing about Valdez is like I remember those talks we used to have. I used to call him up and we used to chat. But when I first, this was 2014, 2015, he called me up and I didn't know who he was, and he had an issue, and I swung into action and jumped right on it. Now, I'm gonna tell you about my product, and then I'm gonna tell you how to execute it. Then I'll tell you what I have, and then there's a dimension of how each of them has to be applied. And so here's, excuse me, I'm gonna say this. I'm a quarterback, Brother O'Shea. Mm-hmm. You tell me what your problem is, I come up with a plan, and then what do? To you. When I quarterback my problem to the Angry Man, the fact that he is the Angry Man, that's all I needed. Because I say my shit works better when you're mad. Who else better than the Angry Man, right? Who else better? So when I gave him my shit, he kind of like grabbed his balls and said, yo, blah, 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 blah. Boom. So of course, situation with, he had a warrant for his arrest and got rid of that warrant that he had for his arrest. All right, so the various things that I do, I run the League of Dads, Brother O'Shea, through my company, the League Legal, the protocol. All that's get funneled through there. So the thing that I do, so I'm gonna say this. There's people out there that is getting their houses up for foreclosure. And what people don't know, you in fact can, if your house is on foreclosure, you live in a house, your kids, your house is foreclosure. Brother O'Shea, when your house is under foreclosure, you in fact can write a lease out to your son or whoever else is in the house. As long as their name isn't on the mortgage, you can write a lease out to them and say that my son is leasing the house out to me. Now the foreclosure process, even when that's all done, has to turn into an eviction process. There's a lot of issues with brothers that they're renting an apartment from a woman, and then the woman puts the woman puts a restraining order on them, Brother O'Shea, and these individuals get put out their own home. And the woman is chilling in the cut like whatever. And then dig this, Brother O'Shea, the laws state that the man cannot. Well, Brother O'Shea, if you sublease the house to your mother on a month-to-month basis, and that woman goes and get a restraining order and execute Operation Slick Bitch, and when she operate Execution Slick Bitch, and you say, you go to your restraining order and they say the restraining order is final, you can't go near the house. You can just call your mother up and say, execute Operation Eviction. And the courts can't do anything about that. There are a whole bunch of laws in place that counter laws that exist, Brother O'Shea, that people don't know about. We go about our day-to-day and we get bamboozled by the law because individuals, unfortunately, get scared of the law. So I help individuals with custody issues. Now, when it comes to custody issues, that falls under family court. Brother O'Shea, there aren't laws that govern family court. There aren't any. This is why when someone gets convicted of law, the judge say, I am going to sentence you to the maximum allowed by law. But there is no law that states that when a man goes into court for custody, the woman automatically gets the child. So what happens, Brother O'Shea, is a lot of individuals, they get bamboozled into learning all these codes, et cetera, for custody for something that in fact does not exist. That's custody. When it comes to child support, a lot of individuals go to court for child support and they simply go down there and they just go ahead and just yap away. When in fact, the Constitution says you have a right to remain silent. When it comes to them saying, we're going to subpoena you for your bank records, Brother O'Shea, if you live in another county, that subpoena has no jurisdiction. So you can go to court and say, well, I live in Essex County. This subpoena is issued from Union County. It doesn't mean anything. I don't have to abide by this subpoena unless it's federal. People don't understand this. When it comes to debt, a lot of individuals don't understand that if you got stuff on your credit report and you never signed a contract with those people, they can't put stuff on your credit report. And less than that, they must notify you 5 days prior to putting stuff on your credit report, and they just do it anyway. So I help individuals understand that you can get your license back if you got them taken away from child support. You can get a warrant lifted. You can go to court and fight a ticket under the context in which attorneys fight tickets. If a cop catches you speeding and you simply go to court and say, yeah, I was speeding, then you can say, the judge gonna say, okay. But if you go to court and say, Your Honor, I got a red Pontiac Trans Am. Your Honor, there was another individual in a red BMW next to me. He was going faster than me. You now can say to the cop, did you clock the BMW or just me? And the cop can say, well, I didn't see a BMW. Now you can say, okay, well, you don't even know what's going on. You can enter doubt. It's called, you get convicted without a reason of doubt. When you enter doubt, you can get off on a lot of things. Brother O'Shea, people don't know this. And this is what I do. And I'm actually in August, we're setting it up now. I'm building a studio for League Legal by itself. I'm going to start doing legal seminars. Excuse me. Even the channel League Legal, I have a lot of videos over there on League Legal to help individuals educate themselves on the daily day-to-days of our legal system. I do that.
Okay. Let me do this real quick because we have a lot of good information. Brother, I know some of you was just getting off the last hangout that I was doing. Okay. So I went from this hangout back to this one, kind of back to back. So thank you guys. The last hangout I had was about an hour and a half long, and this one is going forth. Let's do this, brothers. The League of Dads has come over to this channel. Like all the brothers who come over are busy people. We do this in order to edify you, to help you, to give you more information on your everyday life. So, brothers, first of all, let's go into the actual chat and subscribe to the League of Dads. Okay, so those of you, 85 people watching right now. So Full Circle, Bronze Beauty, Falcon Black. You guys hit the subscribe button and check out the content that's over there. Or especially some of you brothers who may have legal issues in which you don't know how to attack certain things. This is why he has the particular channel, especially for men who are fathers. So do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to the brother. We're always bringing you, black men who are educated in what they're talking about and what they're doing to have a pretty good credibility. So go ahead and basically, if you're a father in particular, even if you don't have anything going on right now, it's good to watch his channel in case you may have something that you have going on. All right. So let's do that. Comment, sub when you do. And let's also get the likes up on this particular video. We have 85 people watching, only 45 likes. Let's go ahead and get the likes up on the video if we can, and support the channel and support Chris as well. Chris, let me talk to you about this. A lot of black men pay a shitload of child support. Many times, I'm not saying many times, but sometimes for kids that are not even theirs. Have you had clients that have had that issue where they're paying child support and they're not even legally the father?
I have. You hear me, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. All right, so I'm an analogy whore. You know, I say that all the time. I love analogies. All right, and I use analogies to marry my thought process. All right, so here's where I'm at 48 years old, very successful, and I'm not in a situation where I have been married over 10 years, so I don't have no woman out there that even if I turn 65 and start getting my retirement, they're entitled to it. So here's where I'm at 48 years old, and I'll use that to connect that. When you decide you want to be part of something, and you must understand the benefits of what you're being part of. Being part of YouTube, this whole arena allowed me to meet brothers like yourself. This whole thing on YouTube, the benefits of it, the benefits of having an iPhone, the benefits of having the benefits. All right, so when you date a woman and you put time in her life, the unfortunate benefits is you will be deemed her father because you was associated with the women that have a child. Period. Now, a lot of men see this is the case of the guy that don't have his shit together, want to move with the woman and live off of her and play house. This is where being down with that logic comes back to tap you on the shoulder, and now you have an issue. So, Brother O'Shea, there's different types of fathers. Biological, foster, step, and now they're trying to associate you with being the father simply because that child only knows you as the father. They will actually have the child come to court and say, "Who your daddy is?" And that girl is saying, "Chris Smith, him." And then they'll usher that little child out of the damn courtroom. And what's on record is that little girl knows you as the father. And that, Brother O'Shea, is what is condemning these men to paying child support for children that's not even theirs. They unfortunately now, and this is I try to make this point a lot, Brother O'Shea. Courts, laws evolve, and they only evolve to get you. Laws don't evolve to have less stress on your life. Laws evolve to see to it that they now make you a part of the law system to get you. If you're a law-abiding citizen, there's a law out there that was just passed yesterday that now some of the things that you did in your day-to-day now is illegal. So that's why a lot of men find themselves paying for child support for children that are not even theirs.
I understand. So let's talk about the private new channel that you have just created for the brother. It's like $1 a month. We're telling you about this, which is great value for the information. Talk about that and how that helps brothers also.
Beautiful. Well, once again, I created the channel because, Brother O'Shea, I am trying to transition off of YouTube. You and I were speaking last week, and we were talking about how YouTube is now, and I watched your video. I actually had the channel created prior to watching your video. I was just throwing videos over there, and it wasn't until I seen your video about how a lot of individuals, unfortunately, are boohooing on YouTube because YouTube is now changing their format on what's now being monetized. So I kind of, Brother O'Shea, I like to, because I'm who I am, and I thank God for my parents for creating me. I want to give individuals content that is going to help them grow. I absolutely do not want this, and you're the same way. You don't make videos just to have click time. I think you make videos to truly change people's perspective on how they were prior to watching your video. So I created a channel called connectpal.com/the Black Men's League. And I created that channel because I want men to know these things that I just told you about. I want them to know that that there is a backup plan to a restraining order, because Brother O'Shea, if I'm in the business, so I can say this. The restraining order is the most deadly tactic in family court system today, the restraining order. And you know why that is?
Why is that?
The restraining order has evolved to no proof but execution. Strictly on, I'm scared. It's kind of like a lot of individuals don't understand why cops get off. And the cop goes to court, and somewhere in his trial, Brother O'Shea, that police officer say, "Officer, you shot Chris Smith in the head 3 times. Why did you do that? Explain to the court why you did that." "Well, I feared for my life." Brother O'Shea, I feared for my life. Discredit. President Obama can be shot if a cop claimed he feared for his life. Women are now using the same, because the restraining order has evolved and adopted that concept. I feared for my life. So I use connectpal.com/Black Men's League, Brother O'Shea. I use that channel to help brothers understand, be careful of your day-to-day actions with your woman. Do I dare say with your woman? Because as minorities, our women are the first, they are our first enemies. They're our first enemies. I've never committed a crime. I've never been to jail, only behind, well, I've been to jail and I got compensated for it. I have a common name, and it was said that I had a warrant. I sued. I won a lawsuit in court. Every other time other than that, Brother O'Shea, was behind I feared for my life behind a woman. So I use the League of Dads, connectpal.com/the League of Dads. I'm sorry, connectpal.com/Black Men's League. Like as you stated, I only charge $1. However, ConnectPal charges 99 cents, which brings us up to $1.99. You can go and subscribe on there, and you will find videos over there that's just throwing something for the mind. You follow me? Just something to make you say, "Oh, you know what? I don't have to pay nobody. I can actually alter that myself. I can adjust that into my life, whereas though I can be better off if the situation come knocking on my door." That's what that channel there is for.
Okay. Actually, you're doing an excellent job, man. I mean, really, I've been a fan of your channel for a long time. Every now and then you'll see me. I come by and comment on your channel and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Likewise.
I come in and drop videos.
Yeah.
What else that you wanted to pretty much, as far as with the League of Dads? What are the goals? How can the brothers get in contact with you? How can they call in and support your radio show that you have? How can the brothers do this?
Well, Brother O'Shea, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna say this. So this is gonna be a long one. Brother O'Shea, I created the League of Dads is an organization. It's not a service. It's an organization. And other individuals that travel down to YouTube, you travel down your YouTube channel that are under the assumption that they are in parallel to my organization. They perform a service. So if you take an individual like Candy Lightner, this woman started Mothers Against Drunk Driver. She started an organization. All right. If you take John Walsh, another individual, unfortunately had his son kidnapped, head was decapitated, started an organization. So behind pain came passion. And an organization was born out of pain, which passion is the fuel for that organization. So what the League of Dads is, if you backtrack my life, the League of Dads is not the first purpose that had me at the helm. It's not the first. I was in the military. I was the squad leader. I was about to be brought up on mutiny because I got the squad together and I said, when our E7 was going to tell us stuff, we weren't going to listen. When I was at the post office, I was the union representative when people got in trouble. So I was at the helm of a lot of issues. So I brought that same passion to the League of Dads, which it can be traced back from me listening when I was a kid, listening to Public Enemy, KRS-One, Leaders of the New School, Conscious Rap, X-Clan. So I started this organization, not a service. I started this organization. And this organization goal and moving on, 2017, moving on now, because it changes. I always find myself having to tweak it. This organization, I now know that I have to get this organization involved in a lot more things. I have to put people in place. I have to invite a lot of more people into this thing because I'm an introvert. I'm standoffish when it comes to interacting with people. So I have to invite a lot of more people with the passion to get behind me to navigate this thing into the next phase, because I have a lot of things going on. I have a motor company that I started. I'm trying to get a gym. I have a lot of things going on. So I want this company and moving forward to share the problems in both their sector and the sector over there. If I can give you an example of what I mean by that. I'm on the East Coast. Northeast is Northeast. However, Brother O'Shea, child support in California is something totally different. Child support in California, I've helped guys that work at McDonald's, brother, that have $1,200 a month child support payments. That's at McDonald's. I've never seen that happen to anyone outside of California. So when you look at the demographics of California, and you now start to say, oh, well, the cost of living out there, et cetera, they got a whole bunch of stipulations on their state requirements for child support. So I have to, in order to fight that, I have to get with a lot more people over in California feed me the problems within that system, so I'll know how to attack it. So then I have to go to places like Milwaukee, and you go to places in Milwaukee where they actually make it a federal offense when you don't pay your child support. Mm-hmm. So I have to, and moving forward, I have to make this company, I have to see to it that this company touch bases with a lot more people, because the demographics change based on where you're at. And honestly, I don't think there's a better man for the job. I don't think there's a better organization for the job. And as you stated, I helped individuals. There's a lot of individuals that got something to say. However, when I quarterbacked the problem to them, they decided to go left and run out of bounds with it because they didn't want to absorb the impact. However, I know there's a lot of people out there that there has to be, because of the success the organization is getting. There's a lot of people out there, Brother O'Shea, that is willing to take a lot of issues that the League of Dads have and put it on their backs and continue this thing as well. So that's where the organization is going into, where I'm steering it at. That's the next phase of the League of Dads, is to get more involvement, chapters around in these little pockets around the community. I actually do it a lot on my Facebook. I have a Facebook channel, facebook.com/League of Dads. There's a lot of father groups over there that we mingle on there. And in fact, when it comes to the radio show, Brother O'Shea, I actually stream the League of Dads radio show on Facebook. Mm-hmm. www.com/League of Dads. Mm-hmm. And the number where I can be reached on the League of Dads morning show is 319-527-6075.
Okay. Make sure you also email that to me. I'll put all of that contact information in the description. So give me about an hour, brothers. Well, about 30 minutes once it uploads. What up, AJ? And thank you, Black Rampage. For those people who want to contact the League of Dads, we're going to, well, first of all, I'm going to put his feature image up on the show, and then you brothers will be able to get him in connection with him and fellowship with him. In fact, let me do that right now. For those brothers who are looking to Fellowship with Chris of the League of Dads. Let me go ahead and post his information also here. Okay, let me do this. You guys can go here in the chat, all right, and you can see his link here. Go ahead and subscribe to Chris of the League of Dads. I mean, he's really doing a really good job. What we are trying to do, people like me, like Chris Jones, I'm sorry, not Chris Jones. Chris Jones, the bodybuilder, right? Chris Smith, the League of Dads. People like the Charles Tyler Show. We are all black men doing our own thing to help brothers. But now what we're doing is we're trying to connect it all together and be more of a fortress for our audience, right? And so we understand that, black men, you guys do have money, right? You do have power. A lot of times people think that black men don't have money. You guys represent over $500 to $550 billion industry, okay, of spending power. You do have money. You do have rights, okay? Many of you do have education. You know how to do a lot of things, right? But it's about working together. Money ain't the problem here, brothers. It's about working together and having the resources to help you get and know what you have as far as rights. He mentioned several things that the law will allow you to do. Maybe you didn't know that. He came on here and gave it to you for free. We need people like Chris Smith, okay? We need people like that because a lot of us I didn't know those things, right? He educated me on a lot of things today that we didn't know. So, we once again, thank you guys for supporting the channel. Please go support over at Chris Smith's channel, call into his radio shows, learn something new, use that information. Is there anything else, Chris, you want to say as we end the show?
Yeah. First, I want to start off with Brother O'Shea. I definitely appreciate you for having me on. As I stated, as I told you in private conversation, there's a lot of individuals on YouTube, but I think me and you are parallel. Our styles are parallel because YouTube is something that it's an extension of us. It's not us. So we can actually be passionate about what we want to say here on YouTube. And I just want to tell individuals that I definitely appreciate. I appreciate you. Excuse me. I appreciate you. The things that you do, the topics that you talk about. Hey, listen. If you can change my perspective on thinking, yeah, you're a bad motherfucker. So, brother, I tell you, hey, listen, Brother O'Shea, my thought process is out in another. My thought process is out in another planet. I don't think Earth level. I think I'm out in another universe with my thought process. Mm-hmm. And when I look at your videos, man, brother, that's food for thought, brother. And you offer, when it comes to food for thought, brother O'Shea, you offer a fucking all you can eat buffet. So my man, I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate you for having me on, man. I do. I appreciate it.
Okay. And once again, man, thank you for coming on. Hopefully you definitely email me, man. Right now, like I'm kind of backed up on the Hangout situation, you guys. So I'm sorry about that. I have been putting up a lot of content. I did one earlier today, and now I'm doing this one. I got one more to do later on tonight. I really shouldn't probably do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I want to be a man of my word, and I'm gonna knock it out. So that's gonna be 3 in one day, and y'all probably won't see me for the rest of this week because of the things that I have to do. So once again, thank you guys. Appreciate you, Chris, for coming on and sharing your knowledge. And once again, you brothers go and support Chris on this channel. I'll have all his information that you can contact. And also, before we go, I got a little bit of a beef with the little Johnny and Forte boy from Mexico. Talking about black men travel. Let me tell you niggas something, man. If you're from California and you talk about living overseas in Mexico, nigga, San Diego and Tijuana is like 5 fucking miles from each other. That's not living over fucking seas, dude. I mean, this nigga says, I'm over here in a tiny bedroom apartment with no girls.
I'm sorry.
I ain't trying to take away from what, but this is what I gotta talk to you about, bro. First of all, dog, San Diego to Tijuana, nigga, that's not living overseas, nigga.
Oh shit.
I mean, come on, you walk to Mexico, you overseas living? You're not overseas living, nigga.
Brother O'Shea, man. Go easy on him, man. Come on, man. Chill, bro. Hey, yo, Brother O'Shea, chill. Yo, chill.
Chris, should I break him down? I'll tell you what, dog. I ain't gonna give him to him right now, Chris, but I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
Oh shit.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
Wow.
I'm gonna hit this dude up. I'm gonna do a video called Doomsday. Y'all be on the lookout for it. Doomsday. I'm gonna put this gay ass picture up there with his little ponytail in the back and all that shit. It's going to be one, and it's going to be a pre-recorded video. Watch out for about Wednesday, Doomsday on my main channel. Not on this one,
brother.
the main one.
Brother.
I'm gonna check everything this nigga said because I loaned this nigga $20, and I just wanted to see if he's gonna pay me back. The nigga wanted to pay me back $20. I don't really need the money, but I wanted to see what you and you're talking about. I'm mad I'm Poland, nigga. I just came back from Budapest. Oh, you in there lonely, nigga? I have a girl. Everybody's seen her. Like this, how you know what? I'm not even gonna do it right now. I'm gonna wait. But you niggas who living in like a motherfucking Alabama and go to Atlanta, that ain't traveling, dog.
No,
I'm sorry.
No.
Going to LA to Las Vegas ain't traveling, dog.
Yeah.
Going to San Diego to Tijuana, Mexico, it ain't traveling. Niggas think because the language change they traveling. So I guess motherfuckers who live in Poland and go to Ukraine, and that's like 1 hour away from here, that's traveling?
Nah. God damn.
I ain't gonna do it for the show. I'm gonna do it on a regular. I'm gonna do it on a separate video because I'm not gonna do it right now. This is about Chris right now. But you made a little diss video about me.
Don't do it.
I ain't gonna do it right now. Chris, but Doomsday is coming. In the buffoonery, and Don Calypso will be on the organ. I'm letting y'all know this is gonna be one of them classic. See, y'all know I've been trying to be nice lately, trying to be cool, but I'm about to light this nigga ass on fire.
Yeah. Hey, brother O'Shea, I call it changing the diameter of the asshole. That's what you're about to do. You're about to change the diameter of his asshole. Put your boot all up in his ass.
He might get off you. He might go to vid me after this one.
Yeah. You're about to change the diameter of his asshole. That's what you're about to do. I call it putting a boot in his ass, steel toe. Go in his ass with steel toe. That's what you're about to do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know I am, but Falcon, I gotta do it. It wouldn't be right if I didn't do it. I gotta do it. It's gonna be funny though. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be fun. Don't even worry about it. It's gonna be funny. All right. Well, anyway, Chris, man, thank you for coming by the channel. Shout out to my man High Def, Falcon Black, Full Circle, all the brothers in here. I'll be back again probably in another 2 hours. Hang out fucking hell today. I'm just knocking him down. But all right, brother. So thank you again, Chris, man, for coming on. I appreciate you. And then what we'll do is send me the information you want on the actual description for this particular. So for those people who want to see it, and I have your feature image I'm gonna put there on so the brother can see, the League of Dads Radio and all that. Okay.
My man, I appreciate it, man. Once again, thanks for having me on. Yes, sir. Peace.